Well, hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. I'm Cornyswiss, and today I'll be driving out the M18 Black Cat. I've actually never, this might be my first game in the M18, or the Black Cat. I mean, I've already done an M18 review, so I know exactly what to expect from this thing, but, you know, driving it out, driving the non-premium M18, and I also am driving out, well, we're going to have a short stint flying the P-47 and a longer stint in the M10. So a fair few tanks to be shown in this replay, and it's a long one. I'll probably decide to cut somewhere and skip to the end. But so this video will be going out when I'm not around. This is pre-uploaded, pre-recorded, all that jazz, because I'm away on vacation. But I'll be returning on, I don't know when this video will go out, but I'll be back to my computer Wednesday, but I'll be leaving shortly thereafter to head up to start my internship. But I'll have a day where I can finish off a couple more videos. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the T95 review. I think that's going to be... Oh, watch this. We're sneaky. We're getting ready to pounce. And we pounced. Now we gotta try and sneak away, and I was trying to do this as sneaky as possible, but there's a tree there. Yeah, use the machine gun to chop down the tree, but now just not sneaky anymore. I was doing so well too. That guy didn't know what hit him, but the escape plan needs some work. Ooh, I've spotted a T-34 of some type over here. But yeah, so I'll be back to, I'll definitely finish the T95 review when I get back, and it'll be the first video that'll go out after I get back. And yeah, so you can get stoked for that. But during this time, I don't know, I don't know when this video is going to schedule this video, but there will be a bunch of World of Warships content while we're gone, primarily because that's what me and Phil just played. You know, it's what we were having the most fun with. And it's not that I don't enjoy War Thunder. I do enjoy War Thunder, but the issue is that I feel like War Thunder is so polar in terms of every single battle rating bracket has a tank that it almost seems like you have to play to stand a chance of winning. And of all of them, I think the Hellcat is probably the least of them, mainly because its big thing isn't armor, it's speed. So I mean, speed I think is way more valuable than armor, but if this thing gets hit, it can certainly die. And that's the issue I have at some other battle ratings, is that there's machines that when they get hit, they just don't die. And I don't know, it's been difficult to find that sort of sweet spot. 3.7 battle rating's been treating me well. But, you know, I don't want to just keep posting videos of the same tanks. I want to try and mix it up to some degree without going anywhere near the upper tiers. I played a couple games in the M103 and got some kills, but I just didn't have very much fun. So I'll be sticking to lower tiers mainly until, well, for the foreseeable future, but not forever. I'm going to keep trying every once in a while, but just don't be expecting high-tier games, and because honestly, when you think about it, there's just not a lot for me to talk about. In lower-tier games, there's actually some things to talk about. But in this game, what's happened is we've taken the hill pretty aggressively. We were able to flank and cause all kinds of problems for the T-34 and that F2 who were on the hill. And now I'm in a position where I'm overwatching the great migration of AI and having a little fun with them, while keeping in mind that I'm not the only... They're going to be respawning. Now, I should be paying more attention to the respawns and not bothering to shoot these AI. They really just don't do anything, and they're not... Quite frankly, they're not really worth... It's like, it's basically if you have nothing else to shoot at, okay, but when there's the possibility of shooting something else, I would say like 9 times out of 10 go for it. And it's just, and the game's far from over. it looks like we're winning really hard, and we are winning, and I don't think there were many points in this game where it looks like we were going to lose. But, you know, it's not over. Some very unfortunate shooting, very suspicious on my part. I think the gunner was given too much of his alcohol ration on this one. But make mincemeat of trying to kill this F2. I mean, this guy, realistically, I should have killed him on the first shot. But instead, it's taken 3 shots and he's not dead. And now I'm taking fire from a different tank. I'm also going to get lit up by AAA. And in a Hellcat, that's an issue. Trying to... Yeah, there. Finally, I got the pen right where I wanted it, but... Yeah. I mean, the issue you run into with the Hellcat is... when the enemy gets a drop on you, you're very vulnerable. See the T-34 way up there. That's something I get why people do it. I get why they climb the mountain for the exact reason, for the exact situation that just happened, is it's so unexpected. Like, I've seen people do that so many times that it's not odd to me to start taking fire from up there. But it just, to me, it's a position that just doesn't seem beneficial to the rest of your team. You know, sure, you get a very high vantage point and you can snipe down on people, but you're stuck up there. And most tanks, well, I mean, especially Russian tanks, which is a lot of times who goes up there, I will add. A lot of times, those tanks have poor gun depression, and they basically have to sit on the slope to shoot at enemies. Yeah, I mean, you're not doing yourself any favors. You know, it's not like you're hull down. Your armor's exposed. And you're on the face of a mountain, and once you're located, you're toast. You know, there's very little cover up there. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a... I guess I feel like it's kind of a cheeky thing to do, to go up there. I almost feel like you shouldn't be able to climb that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we can adjust for it, so I guess it doesn't matter. But that's kind of my thought about a lot of parts of the ground forces maps, is that there are places I feel like you shouldn't be able to go that they just haven't made inaccessible yet. So, and this was a spot-on bit of flying. Proud of me, aren't you? I will say that was one of the worst plane outings I've had in a long time. I have been getting a little better. I've been mainly just doing it in sort of the ground attack role, shooting down the occasional plane. But just not... It feels... There's generally the skies are much more cleaner. There's less enemies around. And, no, just something else to do. Work on my bombing or whatever. So, back into an M18. And this is the Bronx Bruiser skin. You can Google it. If you just go to the War Thunder Live site and search hashtag M18, this is one of the skins that'll pop up, and I like it. It's pretty cool. I think the I think it's like semi-historical. I'm not sure, but I'm putting this 50 cal to work now. I think that's an IL-2 who's just circling up there. And Steve the gunner, Steve the machine gunner, is certainly going to try and have a go on this guy. Good thing my tank like phased out there, or else I wouldn't be able to see what I was shooting at. Oh, we're going to have to start moving, Steve. Move it, Steve. I shot him down. I think he just crashed into the ground. But, hey, I'm alive, he's not, and I hit him, so I got credit. So, I think I've definitely shot down more planes and tanks than I have flying. Which, is that good or bad? I don't know. Could be either, honestly. Well, Steve the machine gunner ripped. Rippin' pepperoni Steve. But it's okay. We will move on. We will survive. So I guess, taking back to a tangent, if you're not that into World of Warships, I fully understand and apologize. But the content on this channel is probably going to move to being very half and half, I guess, or maybe still maybe skewed War Thunder's way, but it's going to be like a 60-40 split. It's not going to be the, I guess, the 70-30 or 80-20 I've tried to make it or keep it because honestly, it's just, to me, World of Warships is more fun, I guess. I really like War Thunder. War Thunder's still fun. But the issue is that there's just a lot of things that I guess get me down about it. Just, you know, always sort of being forced into the same tanks just because, you know, I don't have unlimited time to play, you know, and when I'm playing, I'm trying to, maybe I'm trying to do something in particular where, you know, I showcase maybe something about a tank or showcase a certain machine, and there's a lot of machines I want to play and I want to do videos on it, and people have asked me to do videos on it, and I really want to. The issue is that there's just not, the number, if you take it in a statistical manner, the number of times I have to drive that machine out, even if I'm playing well, and get a result or get the kind of clip I want, because I don't want to just post any old clip. I want to post something that I want to talk about, or I can ramble over, like I guess a lot of them turn into. And the issue is that there's a lot of machines that it's just, I would have to play them, you know, ridiculous numbers of times in a row, and I just can't do that. You know, I don't want to put that much time into, because, you know, time is a commodity that, you know, is always pressing, and the difference is that, you know, it's kind of like a trade-off. I could play this tank that I really want to get a clip for. Maybe I'm not a huge fan of the tank, but it's neutral. There aren't really many tanks in the game I don't like, or I'm not open to playing. I'll play all of them. The issue is can I get clips for it, almost? Like, is this a tank where I'm not going to have to drive it out 40 times to get the game I want? And, you know, sometimes there's just machines where it just can't be done. And, you know, and then other things, it's like I want to review the other two Rank 4 premium American vehicles. I want to review the M26 E1 and the M46 Tiger. The issue is I just don't want to give up. I just don't want to give them the money. You know, I don't want to pay whatever I guess, what is it, like $30-something for those tanks. The only reason I'll buy them is if they're on heavy discount. And honestly, it's debatable then. And the toughest part is because they are basically tanks that are already in the game, which is reasonable. I understand that, but I mean, to me, they're a little expensive, you know, and it's just, I don't know. I think I've kind of fallen into the group where I'm not. I still enjoy the game, and I still want the game to do well, and I still want to support it, but I just don't want to do it with dollar bills, you know, because it's just difficult, you know. But I mean, that was a rant I didn't plan on, but I hope you understand that. But the net goal, what you should take away from that is the channel's we're gonna be going through a little bit of a transition period where we're still posting War Thunder. We'll still post plenty of War Thunder, and you'll definitely get your War Thunder fix. But keep in mind that it's entirely possible where we might move to more of a 60-40, 50-50 split between War Thunder and other content, whether that be World of Warships, World of Tanks, Armored Warfare. The Armored Warfare thing, I am in early access, and that starts on the 27th, which is after I get back from vacation. And you know, the first day, because what is the first day? I'm looking at the calendar really fast. Okay, that's the Wednesday I get back, so probably that night into Thursday, I'll be playing Armored Warfare, and I fully expect to really enjoy it. I've been reading a lot of material on the game and the updates and just all kinds of stuff, scouring YouTube, the internet to get a feeling for what I'm walking into. It just seems like a really, really solid project. And I don't know how much of that is due to the fact that maybe I'm more, you know, because I don't think it's the reason, and I don't want to be taken the wrong way, but I'm really interested to see an American company step into this niche market, this sort of tank battle market, or, you know, I mean, they're basically doing the World Tanks thing, and, you know, War Thunder still is kind of off by itself in its focus on realism, but something that I feel like Armored Warfare's KV-1L11 snuck up on me, that's for sure. Got my flank and just annihilated me. This guy had a really good game. This Vinogrados, he had a really good game. So I guess shout out to him. You know, well played. I think he ends the game with like 9 kills. It was tremendous. But I'm very interested in how Armored Warfare progresses, because they're doing things that I don't think I've seen either Wargaming or Gaijin ever do, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, how they did the artillery thing. And obviously I wasn't involved in, well, I mean, I was in the closed beta for ground forces. I wasn't involved at all with any of the development stages of World of Tanks, or like the betas or anything like that. But I can say from experience with War Thunder, I don't think there's been a situation where Gaijin have sort of made a change or suggested, like kind of thrown options out there and then taken feedback and said, okay, you know, everyone didn't like this one, everyone was pretty neutral to this one, and everyone was really hardcore happy with the third option, so maybe we should implement the third option, maybe just tweak it a little bit because of how our vision is, but go with that because that's kind of what people are getting stoked about. I mean, Armored Warfare did that with artillery, and obviously I haven't played it yet, but just from what I've heard, read, and seen on like YouTube and Google and all those public sources, that they just seem way more eager to build something that the community is ready to support. And I think that'll be a good change of pace. It's not something we'll get from Gaijin. I don't feel like Wargaming will do it. I don't have much experience because I was never as into World of Tanks as I've been into War Thunder, as I got into and stay into in War Thunder, which is probably why this ramble. It's not a rant, it's a ramble, because I'm really just going nowhere fast. In terms of gameplay, what's happened is that we're in the lull part of the game. This is my M10, and I'm using the Blitz Buggy skin, which also feel free to War Thunder Live. If I remember, I'll put the links in the description, but I sincerely doubt I will because I'm making this late at night. But the Blitz Buggy skin, I really like it. It's probably my favorite tank destroyer skin that I've been able to find. The T-20 and T-95 don't, as far as I can tell, don't really have skins yet. So when they get one, I'll certainly add one. Which makes sense, because there's usually skins crop up on machines that people are playing a lot of. And people are definitely playing a lot of M10 and M18 and M36, so there's that. Also, I feel like the T-95 is going to be a tough one to make a skin for. But besides the point. Where was I? I don't know. Lost my train of thought. Whatever. Probably wasn't that important. Yeah, I guess what I'm getting excited for is almost something that I feel like is gonna grow and develop with the community, and isn't just gonna kind of do its own thing and hope it's right, or know it's wrong and not do anything about it. So, yeah. I mean, hopefully. War Thunder, I think, is in the end, at the end of the day, when the dust settles and all is said and done, I really think War Thunder is going to be one of the, if not, I think War Thunder, once we get naval forces, once ground forces is all fully implemented, just basically once ground forces gets to the level that planes are at, where there's so many planes in the game, even if there are tons of variations of the same thing. When ground forces reaches that level with, you know, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess we already have 3, but like 4 or 5 fleshed out tech trees with sort of a conscious effort, adjustments to like smaller spread of more people getting involved and playing. And then when naval forces come, I think War Thunder is going to be like kind of the premier simulation game out there. The issue is we're kind of slogging through the mud right now, you know. And I guess to some degree we just have to be kind of loyal soldiers until we get to that point. But anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble for so long. Yeah, what you take away this video? I'm on vacation, enjoying myself. The content's on this channel is going to start going more towards an even split, but don't worry, you'll still get your War Thunder. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I've been Cornyswiss, and I'll see you next time.